In the heart of India, right beneath our feet, is a hidden crisis: the depletion of groundwater, the lifeline of millions. Several international and domestic organizations, such as our government's very own Niti Aayog, have found water stress as a means of measuring the crisis. And we haven't been able to find any positive results. Water stress is the ratio of water demand to renewable supply. It measures the amount of competition over local water resources. The World Resource Institute includes India among the countries with the highest annual water stress rates. The institute remarks that the ratio is about 80%. In recent months, Bengaluru has made headlines for unfortunate reasons. The headlines that talk about our beloved city are becoming increasingly alarming. As an attempt to decode this complex issue, I have been researching the water crisis in Bengaluru, trying to understand why it's worsening and what can be done. Using Bengaluru as a case study, I read more about the crisis and talked to experts. Through my research, I discovered a web of interrelated factors that both initiated and are currently contributing to the water crisis in urban areas of India. The first factor is the reality that we are highly dependent on our bore wells. It is the main source of water for urban campuses such as schools and apartment complexes. The bore wells, also known as aquifers, can only be replenished by monsoon rains in highly porous lands or artificial aquifer management practices in more urban and less porous lands. The second factor that's contributing to the water crisis is the growing population. As the population density grows, the demand for a shrinking water supply is increasing. To add another layer of complexity, there's a lack of regulation in the extraction of groundwater. The issue lies in the fact that we're extracting water faster than it replenishes, much like our bank accounts. The government has begun to implement projects and change current practices, but they haven't been able to monitor these actions. In Bangalore, it is mandated that groundwater recharge systems are built into all urban plans, but there's no sure way of enforcing this mandate. These factors are further complicated by climate change. The rising temperatures in recent years have caused unprecedented weather patterns. Unpredictable floods and droughts have caused lower rates of groundwater recharge and have decreased our availability for water. Hearing about the many complicated layers of this crisis can cause us to lose hope. But as I came to the end of my research, I found many actions that we can take to help resolve this crisis. At the small scale, let's save water by being mindful of how much we're using. Looking for leaks, fitting high-efficiency taps, spending a little less time in the shower can save many, many liters of water. At a larger scale, I found a new line of research called managed aquifer recharge. There are several types that can be modified to suit specific urban constraints. One technique that has proven to work well in large cities is the deep injection method, where pumps are installed to inject stormwater and filtered wastewater into underground recharge wells that lead into the natural aquifers. As opposed to constantly extracting water, this practice will put water back into the aquifers and ensure a minimum amount of water in the bore wells. As citizens and members of apartment complexes, supporting the implementation of MARs into our city can help make our water supply more stable and sustainable in the long run.